I have a new desk and other fun tidbits that happen to be in this hopefully condensed, because we're recording very late, episode of the one and only
Gamers 2 Podcast, your weekly roundup of news and commentary related to the video game industry and anything else that might pique our interest. Take that. We'll rewind it back. I don't know what else to say here.
You know the rest of those lyrics?
Nope.
Take that, rewind it back.
Do you know that?
Usher, Lil Jon. It all depends. It depends on which part of the song it is.
Little John. What? Yeah.
There you go. See?
Okay.
Podcasting with Lil Jon tonight. It's going to be really annoying when I ask him any questions.
What? Normally I'm louder than that with Lil Jon, but I'm trying to, tone it down for the microphone. Don't want to kill anyone's eardrums.
They appreciate it, I'm sure. But that means that we start with new releases.
New things that released that you can play.
And there's a lot of them.
Ooh, boy.
So here I go.
Itchy nose.
No More Heroes 3 on the PC. PGA Tour 2K23 Deluxe Edition and Standard Edition, both out now. Number 3, Torchlight Infinite. So hey, infinite torches. Number 4, Lego Brick Tales is out on the PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Number 5, PC Building Simulator 2. That's right, you can build PC 2 now.
What do you need a 2 for?
5.
Like, you couldn't add that into the original game? You couldn't just
man.
do DLC or seasons or something? I don't know.
How do you do seasons or DLC, I guess?
You just it's a PC builder. You just add more shit. Like, what's the 2 for?
It doesn't make sense to me, but I don't really care that it exists. Whatever.
Sounds like a money grab to me.
You know what? It probably is.
Must be Nvidia.
You want to know what the best part is, though? I didn't buy it to begin with, so I don't really care.
Yeah. Like, do you just really build PCs?
Ooh, interesting. Child labor army using PC Building Simulator 2.
Yeah, sounds about right.
All right, then. Number 6, Somber for the PC. Number 7, Time Melters for the PC. Number 8, War Pips for PlayStation, Xbox, and the Switch. Number 9, The Case of the Golden Idol for the PC. Number 10, The Darkest Tales for PC, Xbox, and Switch. Number 11, The Eternal Cylinder.
Or my penis.
For the PlayStation and Xbox. Number 12, Fueled Up for the PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Number 13, Go! The Club Manager for PC. I don't know why that's there.
That's interesting.
The name is intriguing. Number 14, Cow the Kangaroo. Oh well, DLC. Which implies Cow the Kangaroo is a normal game. Oh well is the DLC.
That's
for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Number 15, Lost Eidolons for the PC. Eidolons? Whatever. Number 16, Hey Europe, welcome to the PlayStation loyalty program. Fucking wee. Number 17, Sunday Gold for the PC. Number 18, Triangle Strategy for the PC. Number 19, Trifox for the Switch. Number 20, Winter Games 2023 for the PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Start curling now.
curling. What else do they do in the winter?
Number 21, Dragon Ball. The Breakers for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch.
Breaking balls.
No, there you go. Number 22, NHL 23, PlayStation, Xbox. Hey, No More Heroes is out on more things. Number 25, Saint Kotar for the PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Number 26, Scorn. Do you like weird shit? Scorn.
I mean, it is weird shit. Weird gothic shit, maybe?
Gothic, like, yeah, but like
gothic horror.
I don't know, because there's a lot of like
fleshiness.
Yeah, a lot of fleshiness. I don't really know what. I was gonna say like Lovecraftiness, but it's not even that. It's like
no, it's like
yeah. But anyway, for PC and Xbox. Number 27, Star Trek Prodigy Supernova for the PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. Oh, and the Switch. And number 28, Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythm Festival for the Switch. Hey, and Trifox is out on PC and Xbox.
There you go.
Crazy things.
Crazy. Wild.
Wild and crazy.
Odds or evens?
Odds.
Oh, snap.
Number 1. Just they had to send him, confuse him. Wizards of the Coast has announced that video game developer Took Games, 2K.
I wanted to say 2K, but like that can't be right. Or maybe that's why they're.
Maybe that's why they are 2K.
And maybe
Or
that's
Took.
why they're
2K
They're the rest of the story.
has been renamed to Invoke Studios. Established in 2012 and based in Montreal, the company developed the 2016 competitive shooter Livelock. And everybody, we all remember that.
Yep.
During 2019, Invoke was acquired by Wizards of the Coast and is currently developing a AAA game based on the Dungeons & Dragons IP. Ubisoft alum Dominic Guy, I don't know how to pronounce that one either, will serve as Invoke's vice president and general manager. Guy's work history include him being a senior producer on Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 2.
Dungeons and Dragons game.
Senior producer on 2 decent titles.
Yeah.
I preferred one of them more than the other, but hey.
Yeah. We want to talk about that.
Okay, all right. Well, take that.
Number 2, Activision Blizzard is being sued by another former employee alleging sexual harassment.
Here we go.
The suit was filed by a woman identified as Jane Doe, who claims product manager Miguel Vega groped her, belittled her, and made frequent unwanted sexual advances towards her. The suit says Vega also had compromising photos of her from a virtual friendship they had years before her employment in Activision Blizzard, which he allegedly used to blackmail her. The suit says the most recent threat was made in August of 2021, weeks after the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing filed a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard, alleging the publisher was a, quote, breeding ground for harassment and discrimination against women, end quote. Doe reported the blackmail threat, and the suit says the manager was fired the next month, but argues the company had tacitly accepted Vega's conduct by not acting earlier. She is suing for damages as well as calling for Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick's removal.
I am also calling for Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick's removal.
You know what? I don't know if I could find someone who isn't a super rich on the board of some video game company who is not calling for his removal. Everyone wants his removal is what I'm saying, other than rich video game people who are also on the board of Activision Blizzard.
But hey, shock it to nobody that there's more stories.
More coming out.
Yep.
More. A lot of redundancies in this week's news, I think.
Well, speaking of Activision Blizzard. Speaking of Activision Blizzard, let's just go right into Take-Two, because that's how that segue works.
Yeah.
Number 3, Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has come out in favor of the union between Microsoft and Activision Blizzard.
Now kiss.
Number 4. In an interview with The Wrap, Zelnick stopped short of predicting what the regulators would decide, but said he would welcome the deal going ahead. Quote, "We're certainly of the belief that it's a good thing for Microsoft and for the industry. We're in favor. It's a highly fragmented business and there's plenty of room for creativity to go around. Microsoft is an ally of ours, and if this makes their business more powerful, we think that's good for us." Zelnick acknowledged that Microsoft and Activision Blizzard games may compete with Take-Two's in one way, but added that every game needs to stand alone in a way that outweighs concerns about competition. Quote, "Ultimately, the consumer votes, and if we create hits, which is our business, the consumers will show up, and no one can take that away from us. No one can replicate that." All right, Strauss, fucking calm down, man. Jeez.
I mean, at least he's confident in his business,
But he's also correct.
I mean, yeah.
It's not up this is the first time I've heard this, but it makes sense when I think about it for more than 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Again, it's not up to the companies to tell me what is competition. I literally decide for you what your competition is.
That is a fair point.
With my thing called a wallet.
What if you don't have a wallet and you have a purse?
Samesies.
Okay. I carry a money purse.
A money satchel?
Just a giant bag of coins.
Yeah. Indiana Jones?
Yeah.
Messenger bag full of just
of just
gold
stolen stolen gold paraphernalia from tombs.
Yeah, random artifacts.
It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, all right. All right, Harrison, calm down. Just because you can barely tell the difference between Han Solo and Indiana Jones anymore.
You know he's going to be in the Marvel MCU now.
Yeah, I know. I hope he's playing Indy.
He's playing Ross because the original actor died.
Oh. I still wish he was playing Indy inside the MCU.
I mean,
I'm just looking for these Infinity Gems.
they belong in a museum. Oh,
Thanos, why is it always gotta be Thanos?
Number 4.
Asgardians.
Number 4, we got another point of data for how much companies like Sony and Microsoft pay to have games available on PS Plus and Xbox Game Pass. Sony paid $3.5 million to secure Ark Survival Evolved as a PlayStation Plus title in March of 2022. The report by VGC also included some information about Studio Wildcard's deal with Microsoft to have Ark titles on Game Pass. The initial agreement expired in 2021, but was then extended for Ark Survival Evolved, while Ark 2 will be on Game Pass for 3 years when it's released. So those figures are $2.5 million for Ark 1's perpetual license and $2.3 million for Ark 2. So the moral of the story is Sony fucking sucks at making deals.
Yeah.
You get this game for 1 month and you have to pay $3.5 million. We get it for years and we paid 2.3 or 2.5 or whatever. Suck it.
Yeah, in total 5.
Yeah.
You know,
5, and they get a total, I think, of 5 years. Because, right?
Yeah.
Or is it 4 years? What did I say?
Well, Ark 2 is going to be on for 3 years.
Oh, so yeah, 5.
Yeah.
5, roughly.
$1 million a year or a month for $3 million.
Jesus, PlayStation. You gotta...
Maybe if your
Get your
business
shit
model
together.
wasn't actual shit, you'd be fine.
Get your shit together.
Number 5, Goog. Okay, my document is just changing zoom sizes. All right, number 5.
Suck it. Can I do that?
Google.
I can.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, what?
I don't know. I've never tried. I've never tried to zoom in on Google Docs.
All right, fine. Number 5, Google has unveiled a range of Chromebooks built for cloud gaming. Despite only recently. Just out of the corner of my eye, I just see you start playing with it. Only recently announcing the upcoming shutdown of its own cloud gaming service, Stadia. So,
That makes sense.
hey, listen, we make this great stuff to support cloud gaming. Who does it? You guys? No, not anymore. All 3 will have 120 hertz high resolution screens and have been tested by GameBench to run titles at 120 frames per second with input latency of less than 85 milliseconds. Models will have either Wi-Fi 6 or 6E connections, and some will feature RGB gaming keyboards. Ho ho, boys, we got some lights.
Pretty lights, lads.
Each device will come with NVIDIA's cloud gaming service, GeForce Now, pre-installed, as well as supporting Xbox Cloud Gaming and Google Play. Users in the continental USA will also have access to Amazon Luna. And they tell me that cloud competition is dead. Google's already making hardware and saying, hey, look at all the other people that can do it.
USA.
Is that not hysterical?
I mean, it's hilarious.
When they're literally having arguments in the UK about cloud gaming service access over the Microsoft deal.
Mm-hmm.
And Google went, no. We're
So,
out.
all week, the past 2 weeks, there's been just a constant back and forth between Microsoft and UK regulators, just shit talking each other back and forth. It's been ridiculous.
I saw some quotes coming out with like PlayStation comments.
Yep, and I just stopped.
sprung.
I stopped putting it, stopped putting it in the doc because like they're literally just posturing at this point. Because my thing is, I think the UK and the EU, well, mainly UK because the EU will do their own thing, but the UK I think is just like trying to get a payoff or something.
Yeah. Well, ever since Brexit, they need money.
Yeah, basically.
They're going to become Greece 2, essentially.
Ooh.
Electric
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
Which is also a funny play on words because this past week, Greece, for I think a day or something like that, ran off 100% renewable energy.
Which is crazy.
That is crazy.
Did Germany bail them out for that too? This is going back this is like 15 years ago jokes when Greece was about to defunct.
So yeah, did it happen twice? Because
maybe.
we were originally considering Greece for a honeymoon, but they were having financial issues, and the EU was deciding whether to bail them out or not. And we're like, you know what? Let's not go there because we don't know what's going to happen.
I think that's the time I'm thinking of because Germany was picking up the tab essentially.
Yeah, which is fair. I mean, Germany makes Germany. You know what? They might have lost World War II
for good reason.
I mean,
deservedly.
Yeah, Nazis bad. Got it.
Exactly.
But they came back and they were like, listen, you know what? Let's try a different type of conquest, and it's called economic conquest.
I just would love to hear that meeting when they're like, we want to try a different type of conquest, and everybody in that boardroom goes.
And I'll tell you what, they won Europe, okay? They just won Europe. Not outside of Europe, you got China, got the U.S.
And the UK decided not to participate anymore.
But Europe's just straight up Germany's got Europe on lockdown. Anyways, is it me? Am I next? Yes.
But anyway, yeah, they're them posturing back and forth at each other. I did see, not to continue on to it, but there were some quotes coming out in regard specifically to Xbox saying we don't do one based on the numbers. The way that the article was quoted made me think that they were actually talking about the numbers that they do in Europe specifically, where they were saying we don't do 1/10th of what PlayStation does.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah,
and the quotes don't stipulate where they're discussing, worldwide or not, because if they are discussing in Europe, which is where the argument would be at that point, which is what they should be arguing, they're probably 100% correct.
Yeah, they are,
because Europe has always been, since the 90s, predominantly PlayStation.
Yeah. I don't know. It is definitely it's weird. Anyways, we'll probably end up talking about it, so whatever. Number 6, Meta unveiled the Meta Quest Pro during its Connect keynote 2022. The new VR headset will launch on October 25th. Did you see this? See how much this thing's going to cost?
I did not.
You want to take any guesses?
$899.
$1,500 hairs.
Okay, all right. Well, it was a good run.
The Meta Quest Pro is a full mixed reality headset powered by a Snapdragon XR2 Plus chip. I have no idea what that means. And 12 gigs of RAM, and offering 256 gigs of storage. It will also feature higher resolution screens. Other new features include facial and eye tracking capabilities, which the company said will help improve social presence in apps by having avatars reflect user expressions. The Meta Quest Pro will have a new self-tracking controller that will be backwards compatible with the Quest 2 and will be sold separately for $300 later this year. Meta clarified that the Quest 2 will continue to be sold alongside the new Pro headset. Additionally, the Meta Quest Pro will be fully compatible with the Quest 2's library of apps. Microsoft also announced that Xbox Cloud Gaming will be coming to Meta Quest at a later date.
Is a Meta Quest not the weirdest name?
I do think it's weird. I don't like it. I also don't like this headset, and I think it's a terrible deal. If you look at the just core VR stats on it, the PSVR is just better in every single way.
The one or the two?
The two.
Oh, okay. Two. If the one is better, then we have issues.
Which is, the screens are not as good as you would think they would be for being $1,500.
True.
And its whole selling point is that it has eye and face tracking. It has 5 internal cameras that track your eyes and your facial expressions.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you. Why?
Hear me out. Why?
The eye tracking I could get if you were using it to, do some foveated rendering, which I don't think they are. They haven't mentioned it. You would mention it if you were doing it for,
True. Yeah.
It's strictly to recreate their stupid metaverse avatars. And they said, it's for doing business meetings and stuff like that. I don't have words.
Bullshit.
I don't have words for how stupid this product is.
Why would you need that for business meetings?
So
why would I put a webcam on my face? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like literally on my face.
I don't
Why
know.
would I do that?
And the other question is the first thing I saw someone like it came up in a conversation, and I think the old Zuck couldn't answer the question, which is basically like, so yeah, you got these 5 cameras and you're watching people's eyes and their face. Like, where's that going? What are you doing with that? Where's the data going? Are you keeping that? Are you storing that? Like, what are you doing with that data? And he was just like, I gotta talk to my lizard people. You know what I mean? Like,
back to the cave. And then he just all of a sudden on all fours and slithered out of the room and nobody knew what to do.
So, yeah, I don't know. You know, evil corporation, dumb products.
Gonna be evil. Number 7, speaking of Meta announced during its Connect keynote 2022 that it has acquired Camouflage, Armature Studio, and Twisted Pixel. Camouflage developed the amateur title Republique for consoles and PC. It was revealed that the studio has partnered with Marvel Entertainment, Endeavor One, and Sony Interactive Entertainment to bring Marvel's Iron Man VR to the Meta Quest 2 on November 3rd. Armature Studio was established in 2008 and has gone on to develop titles such as Recore and Where the Heart Leads. Last year, the game developer launched Resident Evil 4 to Meta Quest 2. After opening in 2006, Twisted Pixel Games' library of games include Splosion Man, Comic Jumper, and The Path of the Warrior.
Ooh. Oh, Meta. Anyways,
why did you chuckle at Republique?
Because you said you had a little Freudian slip.
Oh, did I?
Where you said amateur title Republique and its adventure title.
Oh. Oops.
Just thought it was funny. Don't know why.
Yeah, adventure title. Not bad.
Number 8. QA outsourcing firm Quantic Labs is facing more allegations of poor management and deceiving its clients, according to sources at the company. Speaking to PC Gamer, 2 current and 8 former employees at the Embracer-owned company said it was allegedly accepting more projects than it had the capacity for on a consistent basis. As a result, its staff were reportedly spread too thin, leading to projects without enough resources and poor quality work being delivered to clients on titles including Cyberpunk 2077, The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, Divinity Original Sin 2, and others. Quantic Lab is also accused of misleading its clients to believe its teams were larger and, quote, more competent, end quote, than they actually were, and encouraged its employees to do the same. The group of employees that spoke to PC Gamer were reportedly pessimistic about Quantic Lab's prospects of changing, with one suggesting it'd require a top-down overhaul of the company. Well, either they're going to go out of business because no one's going to use them, or they will have to do a top-down overhaul because the word's out on their quality of their quality of their what's the word I'm looking for? Quality assessment? I don't know. Quality of their quality assessment.
You know what? Quality of their quality is the next Adele album. Number 9. Or actually, no, it's probably
30 something.
Yeah, well, that's probably the actual album. But I was trying to. Who did Minutes After Midnight? Or is that the band?
I don't know.
Fuck. Number 9.
I'm the atomic clock. So it's like 5 minutes to midnight or something.
No. I know that. Yeah, the atomic clock. Yeah.
Is that what's called?
Anyway,
I don't know. We're all over the place right now.
Number 9, Xbox Game Pass. Let's get back to this. Reportedly generated $2.9 billion on consoles during the calendar year in 2021, according to documents from Brazil's Administrative Council for Economic Defense.
What a name.
Revenue made from Game Pass on PC was not included, and there wasn't any further detail about the figure, as highlighted by Tweaktown. Microsoft's Xbox business generated $16.3 billion in 2021, meaning Game Pass represented 18% of the segment's revenue. It also represented 30% of the company's games and services category, which had reached $12.6 billion in revenue in 2021. As of January 22, there were 25 million Game Pass subscribers, and I am one of them.
I recently found out that I am still one of them as well.
Oh,
Even though I haven't played a game in I don't know,
you're what they're targeting.
14 months.
You're who they target.
They are.
The forgetful.
It
ones.
works on me. I went through and purged recently a lot of my streaming services. There was a few that slipped through the cracks. Paramount Plus, looking at you, and
that one I know is a deep cut because that is specifically for one show.
It is, and I could never get it to work.
Oh,
and Xbox Game Pass, which Xbox Game Pass, totally worth it. I simply am incapable of playing games because of life. So
because of that old thing called life.
Yep. I mean, but that is all those numbers sound good. 25 million Game Pass subscribers, fantastic. $3 billion sounds good, but who knows how much it's costing to operate, and you know.
Yeah.
So, and that's not including PC, even though PC probably in the grand scheme of things doesn't really add much. But
no, probably not.
Although I feel like PC should, I feel like PC is the one where everyone should just immediately be on board. Like if you play games on PC, I feel like it's a no-brainer to have Game Pass.
Oh no, I agree. It's one of the why not?
Yeah.
Hey, okay. The game I like to play isn't on there. Fine, understand. That's okay. There's also apparently 700 other games on there.
I don't know if you tried it recently, but apparently the xCloud works really, really well too.
I haven't used that yet.
I have a coworker who he uses it whenever he wants to try out a game, but he's just doesn't want to commit to, or knows he isn't sure if he would want to commit to it. He will stream it, and he's like, it works surprisingly well.
Yeah. So I I canceled my Game Pass in September, so I think it ran out end of the month maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And I just happened to check the other day, just seeing what was there or whatever. And it was hey, do you want
$1?
It goes, do you want to go back? You want to come back to Ultimate for $1? And I was like, I haven't even been gone for a month. You want to give me the $15 thing again for $1? I mean, I
guess
I didn't do it, but I was like, oh, I'm so tempted.
That's fucking great.
And the guy at work, I talked to the buddy at work, right? I'm like, yeah, I just do it for $1. He's like, how do you constantly get it? I was like, I'm not searching for it. I literally just open the app and Microsoft's like, hey, do you want to pay us $1?
Unsubscribe for a month, and they're like, $1?
You want to give us $1? And I'm like, I'm sure, I'll give you $1.
I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah.
How did this make? Oh, okay, there. This. Okay.
Look at you wrote this. We get down here, how did this get on here?
Number 10. MST financial analyst David Gibson.
Oh, this is a Matt story. Here
has said that import data appears to suggest that Sony Interactive has been increasing its imports in the U.S. over the last couple of months, with imports for September 2022 having increased by 400% year on year. Sources from other news outlets like Insider Gaming has claimed that Sony plans on selling 18 million consoles in fiscal year 22 and 30.5 million in fiscal year 23. Taking into account the PSVR 2, we might actually see Sony products in stores again this holiday season and following spring.
Wahoo!
Kind of crazy. Big numbers.
Kind of crazy. Still surprising by the year-over-year number.
Yeah,
but
right?
At the same time, not surprising. Now, it's surprising how large that number is.
Yeah, 400.
I'm not surprised it's an increase.
Yeah. 400, looking at it and seeing 400%, it's like, damn, that's a big number.
Yeah.
But it increasing, it's like, I would hope, given that you just haven't had them.
Yeah. I was like, I would hope it would increase based on everything you said last year about having nothing to send.
Yeah. I don't think we said it last week either, but there was a thing, someone from Sony said that they I can't remember if they said they anticipate or they are seeing their chip shortage issues start to become relieved. So,
well, speaking of Here we go. Number 11. Nvidia is unlaunching its upcoming 12GB RTX 4080 graphics cards after originally unveiling the 12GB RTX 4080 last month alongside a much more powerful 16GB model. Nvidia now admits it messed up with the naming. No shit, right?
Yeah.
Quote, the RTX 4080 12GB is a fantastic graphics card, but it's not named right, says the Nvidia in a blog post. Quote, having two GPUs with the 4080 designation is confusing. Nvidia is now pausing the launch of the 12GB RTX 4080 model, but will still go ahead and launch the 16GB version on November 16th. And so, if you're Nate and you're curious about where the 4070 model is, welcome to reprinting the label.
Yeah. They're like, fuck, we got to reprint these boxes.
How can anybody Sharpie the marker from an 8 to a 7? No? Shit.
Foot. Oh, man. I was really hoping they would be underwhelming. Apparently, that's not the case at all.
Well, apparently, that's underwhelming enough to not do it.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. The 4090s and stuff are actually performing pretty well.
Yeah. It's just like, who's going to
pay for it?
Who's going to pay for it? But then you see those all the photos online of people waiting outside. So I'm like, fuck you people.
It's the downside of people that like shiny new things and the influencers that get sent them for free and then pimp them out saying, man, it's amazing. And like they're right. It's amazing. But so many people, I mean, they're called influencers for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
So many people are so easily influenced that when they see somebody have something, they immediately go, I'm going to buy one.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, it's just too much, man. Like, I can't, even the 4080 and whatever, I mean, they're just going to rename the 12 gig 4080 to the 4070 and then release it at the same price.
Yeah,
so
more likely, yeah.
You're telling me a 70 series, like a 70 level graphics card is going to be $900 now? Like, you can fuck off. Like, I like video games, but like, I can't dedicate enough time in my life to play video games to warrant that purchase.
No.
Like, insane to me. Absolutely insane.
And I can do that, and I still won't buy it.
Yeah, because it's just morally wrong. Like, it's just not like that's so fucking expensive. It's crazy. Anyways, I'm not gonna, I'll die on the hill, but just not right now.
I'm just gonna go lie over there and die over there.
Yeah. All right. Number 12, Microsoft is bringing GPU decompression to Windows PC games soon. After launching direct storage earlier this year, which I didn't realize they did, GPU decompression promises to be the next step in the ongoing effort to improve game load times on PCs. Microsoft says that it's one of our most highly requested features from game developers. GPU decompression works by offloading the work needed to decompress assets in games to the graphics card instead of the CPU. It's amazing. Everything's just going to be like GPU stuff now. Everything's on GPU. CPU does nothing.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah. Nerd stuff.
Nerd shit indeed.
Nerds.
Speaking of nerds, here's some questionable shit we didn't write full paragraphs on. According to EA, FIFA 23 has seen record-breaking figures during its first week with over 10.3 million users. In comparison, last year's FIFA racked up only 9.1 million players in the first 10 days after its launch.
Well, when, it's way more accessible because EA has... What is it called? EA Play?
EA Play, yeah.
EA Play on everything.
And they're part of Game Pass.
Bingo bango.
Yep.
Something about a bongo. I don't fucking know.
I don't want to leave the Congo. Oh, no. Number 2, Blizzard Entertainment has hired veteran game designer Osama Dorius as lead content designer. Dorius has worked at gaming firms such as Ubisoft, WB Games Montreal, and Unity. Number 3, 5 months after being acquired by Embracer, Square Enix Montreal has now been renamed to Onama. Onama is Greek for name.
Hmm.
The main criteria being for it to be easy to pronounce in both French and English. Just call him Name then.
Yeah, Name.
That's pretty easy. What's up, Name? Number 4, Star Citizen has been purchased by 1.7 million players. The average play time of players that log in 2022 is 3 hours a day. Star Citizen's crowdfunding currently sits at $502 million, and Star Citizen still hasn't fully launched its game yet.
Nope. And they still haven't launched their single-player game either. Squadron 42.
Number 5, Silent Hill film director Christoph Gans has said there are multiple Silent Hill games on the way. Number 6, Phil Spencer's shelf strikes again. Xbox boss Phil Spencer posted a photo of his famous shelf on Twitter, and people quickly ID'd Xbox's Keystone, which was Microsoft's project for an Xbox streaming stick. Xbox's Twitter account responded to the photo with, "Now, what did we say about putting old prototypes on your shelf, boss?"
That was like a fun little
thing. It
thing.
was. And it's also me going, I fucking told you they were making it. I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
I mean, it was all but like, it was essentially like everyone knew, and then they like canceled it for some weird reason.
Yeah, and I still don't
probably because xCloud just
and
works.
I still don't think they canceled it. I still stand by the fact they didn't cancel it.
No, I mean, I don't think they. I think
they said not right now.
Yeah, not right now.
Shush, child. We need to talk about that right now.
Yeah, and then they're trying out different. It all makes sense in your head. It makes sense. They did the stick. It was like, this is interesting, and then like they got the Samsung partnership where they put all their shit on Samsung TVs, and it's like they're like
it's a bunch of how much can we get away with?
Yeah, they're testing things out. They're seeing what works, and then like next holiday, they're gonna be like, by the way,
you won't believe what we have for you.
Yeah, or I mean, I still stand
for
by
$30.
what I said originally, which is the next console generation. You're gonna have your Xbox Series X new version, and then they're not gonna do a Series S. They're just gonna do, here, have a streaming stick or a streaming device that looks like a, like a fucking Apple TV size thing.
Yeah, we'll see. Number 7, according to the Need for Speed Twitter account, you can turn off the effects on Need for Speed Unbound.
So those effects are real.
Oh, god damn it.
But you can turn them off.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Number 8, Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier, which was a mobile game battle royale style that I've never heard of, is ending on January 11th, 2023. Starfield has about 250,000 lines of dialogue. For comparison, Bethesda said Skyrim had about 60,000 lines, and Fallout 4 had 111,000. That being said, hold your breath. Because you also, you see those weather systems over there? Crazy, man. You can see weather systems all over the place.
I didn't see that.
Do you not remember that's Fallout 76?
Oh, yeah. The big conversation about Starfield this week was the persuasion system and the dialogue system.
Oh, coming back to being checks.
Yep.
Number 10, EA accidentally leaked FIFA 23's World Cup mode on PS5. Gamers have posted screenshots that show 4 different sub-modes: World Cup Live, World Cup Kickoff, Online Tournament, and World Cup 22. The mode wasn't supposed to be released until later this year to coincide with the actual World Cup. Overwatch 2 attracted 25 million players in its first 10 days of operation, according to Activision Blizzard.
It's a lot of players.
That is 15 million more than FIFA.
Get
Quick
wrecked.
math.
The same amount of players that subscribe to Game Pass.
Yep. Weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they should buy them and put it on Game Pass.
Oh my fucking god. Big brain move over here.
Number 12, Dramatic Labs announced the delay of Star Trek Resurgence from its previous late 2022 release window to April 23. Valve filed the trademark application for Neon Prime, quote, intended to cover the categories of computer game software, electronic game software, video game software, computer games downloadable via the internet. Interesting. What are those tricky people up to, Gabe? What are you doing?
Neon Prime. What was the theory on that one? It was fuck. There was a theory. I don't remember what it was. Doesn't matter. It'll never come out.
All right. Hey, game trailers. Go check out Sonic Frontiers, Gothic Knights, AJ. Well, I don't even care, honestly.
PGA Tour?
Yeah.
Dead Space extended gameplay.
Yeah. I'm intrigued mostly by PGA Tour. But if it doesn't come to PC, then Matt and I aren't playing it in a 1v1.
That's true. It'll be on Game Pass, though. EA, right? Will it be on Game Pass?
It should, but doesn't mean it'll be on Game Pass for PC.
Fuck. Yeah. I hate that.
Anyway, 7 days. What you been up to?
Not much, Andor has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Best Star Wars that has ever come out from Disney. Rings of Power, Rings of Power, whatever. It's Amazon. They do what they want. I don't know. Got some new animes. Got Blue Lock. Got Chainsaw Man. Second half of Spy Family. That's about it. No games. I'm gameless. Don't have time. Not able to. Broken.
Happens.
Bad brain. Bad body.
Bad me.
Bad life.
I'm all alone. It's so depressing.
That's about it. What have you been up to?
Same shit. WoW, the show.
Yeah. How'd your leveling go? You finished?
Yeah, that's done. I've done heroics, but now I just kind of I'm like, all right.
I did it. I did the thing.
I've done some heroics. I've done a couple raids, and I'm just kind of like, all right. I don't want to put in the time to actually raid in a guild because it just doesn't matter.
It's not your jam. Your retail.
It's the same. I don't know why I thought it would be different, other than the fact that I have the nostalgia and enjoy Wrath.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the same reason. I can't go back. I can't replay games. I can't reread books. I can't. I just know where everything ends up, and it's just not exciting anymore.
Yeah, you think you will enjoy it, and then you start doing it, and you're like,
it's like I can't replay Red Dead. I want to be able to replay Red Dead or God of War. I would love to replay both those games, but I need to somehow purge my memory.
Yeah,
because I will get partway through it and be like, all right, I already know how this ends. I know all the thing.
That's why I do the same thing. Where
there's nostalgia factors to Wrath, but there's no whimsy.
Yeah. Every time I try to replay something, I will start replaying it, and then I find myself starting to rush through it, and I'm like, why am I doing this? I know where it's going. I'm not enjoying it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I tried to do that specifically. The last one I tried to replay was GTA 5.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only because it was when we moved to the PS4. And I had already finished the entire story in the majority of almost all the side stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of like, whatever. And when I would wait for us to get home to play online,
yeah,
I would just sit in single player and run around and play the campaign because I needed to get to the point where I was doing the heist to get money in the single player so I could actually buy whatever I wanted.
Yep.
At that point I knew the whole stock market trick.
Yeah,
but I didn't know that in my original playthrough. So I was doing some of that, and then I got maybe a third of the way through it, and I was like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I already know, this ends the way I wanted to. All right, I'm done.
That's fair. I feel that. Oh, I started a new book. On Admiral Chester Nimitz.
I love the name.
He was admiral in Pacific Theater in World War II.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, and then I'll probably see if I can find a book on Ernest King, who was his commanding officer.
I say that name I know.
Yeah, which is weird because I feel like most people would know Nimitz and not King.
I'm a weird dude.
I mean, that's fair.
That's just how it is.
That's fair.
All right, that's all I got though. Shorter episode because it's late and we need sleep. So we will talk to you all in 7 days, and I'm already gonna retoggle my desk probably at the end of this because I'm annoyed. Good night. Bye-bye.